For nearly 10 years now, communities in the Northwest and Southwest regions of Cameroon have lived through a situation that words can barely hold: violence, loss, captivity, and a silence so heavy it has become its own kind of suffering. Families torn apart, neighbors taken in the night, and innocence lost in broad daylight. And yet, people are still here, still standing, still carrying stories that most of the world has never heard. Today, we are going to listen to one of them, a woman who found herself through the unthinkable and is still standing. Please note, to protect the security and privacy of this woman, her voice and face has been hidden in this video.
I'm from the Northwest, and not too long ago, I was caught up in a very, very horrific experience where I was kidnapped by the non-state armed groups, and this was the worst experience I've had in my life. We were there for quite a long time, and in the course of that, we were tortured. We were forced to sleep in horrible conditions. We barely had meals every day. We didn't have a shower at all, and we were severely tortured. In the course of that, I was in contact with an elderly person, someone maybe your age, and I watched this person being tortured to death. You know, he was beaten very horribly. I can imagine, normally getting old, there are health challenges that will come with age. Say maybe you're hypertensive, you're diabetic, and it's possible that you be on daily routine drugs. And this man didn't have access to any of those things when he was in custody and he was beaten. And I remember that there was a point where he was beaten so badly, and this man was begging to die. So he was pleading, and he told the boys who were flogging him that, please, can you just kill me because I cannot go through this pain. And they said that no, we're not going to kill you. We are going to beat you. We will beat you. Even if your family says hundreds of millions, we are not going to set you free. We will beat you. And the man said, okay, if you don't want to kill me, you can give me the gun so I will kill myself. They said no. And this man was beaten. It's so sad. He wasn't shot by a gun. He was just beaten until he died. And I think this is, with all honesty, this is the most painful thing, that I have seen all my life, having to watch someone that I was in custody with and he died. I felt really, it hurt me in ways that I cannot tell. And this is something that I really don't have the opportunity to talk to people about. This has just been that pain that has been beating me up. I've been feeling so hurt, and I've been telling myself that I'm never going to forgive the people who did this. I am just going to hold on to it until the day that I hear that justice has been served. And I'll tell you one thing. In the past 7 or 6 years, I haven't been on social media quite a lot. But because of this, I've been on social media. Why? Because I'm hoping every day that I'm going to see one of their pictures pass around social media that they were shot or they were killed. Because I am holding so strong to revenge. You know, it's
Okay.
really sad. And I must say here, um, even if I didn't understand anything that was discussed in the House of Trust, please, there is one thing that I'm going back with. I am never going to forget that. And it is in the seventh habitus that talks about forgiveness. Uh, I didn't take notes. I was taking notes the whole time, but on that, because it spoke to me directly, I didn't take notes because I have it all in my head. It spoke about forgiveness and the different dimensions through which forgiveness comes about. Firstly, because this seventh habit just spoke to me personally, I thought for the first time to share my experience, and just because I shared, it gave me a huge sigh of relief. At that point, probably nobody really said anything, but just because I was able to speak it out, that was a huge sigh of relief. And it already made me understand that there are many ways through which you can forgive, many dimensions through which you can go. Sometimes you just have to speak it out. It makes you feel better, makes your heart feel lighter, and you no longer think about it in first. Other times, forgiveness can come with true justice. And that is the point that I was holding on to, hoping that they get justice. And, well, justice may come, but not because it is one of those things I desire, or it is not one of those things I prioritize right now. I have gotten to understand that sometimes because of your own mental health, because you want to make your heart feel lighter, you just have to learn to forgive even when the person who hurt you is not sorry. So, uh, just because I spoke about it, I don't know if words are able to describe or explain how I feel. But just because I spoke about it, I am so light. I can comfortably talk about this without having to shed a tear. I remember the day I spoke about this, I was all teary and I was all shaky because I was furious, I was angry, I was seeking revenge. And after that day, I no longer feel that way. And I think that the whole tree of trust has made me understand uh, the very close link between peace and trust, because a lot of times we talk about peace, and nobody understands the underlying factor of peace. Peace and trust go together. Without trust, there is no peace. Now I can clearly put my hand on the root cause of the problem, which to me I think came as a result of distrust. Thank you so much for the work you are doing and for the explanation, because you didn't just only tell us or teach us how to understand how peace and trust works. You also taught us how to diagnose the underlying factor of conflict, which is distrust. And not only diagnosing, but you taught us how to find solutions to that, which will give us lasting peace. So I am really appreciative of that, and I have gotten a really great understanding of the whole tree of trust, of the solutions that we can come about, to get lasting peace.
The house of trust for peace and prosperity is quietly doing something extraordinary. It is breathing forgiveness into the most traumatized heart. Not by erasing what happened, not by asking people to pretend, but by offering a framework and a room where the heaviest stories can be told. This is what the House of Trust for Peace and Prosperity does, and this is only the beginning.